Hello everyone, this is Boricua Banks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Justice for All. In the last episode, we were waiting... Oh, dog, are you okay? Jeez, okay. Interesting intro now. Thanks, dog. Anyway, we were waiting for the evidence to come. But it's taken so long and we had to keep dragging out the trial. But finally, in the end, Edgeworth said the prosecution rests. So what the heck are we going to do now? Let's just see about this, shall we? Okay. Ugh, this dude. I hate you. Ugh. Okay. Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide.
I'm glad his reputation's been ruined already then.
But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Huh.
Uh-oh, his real self! No!
So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard!
You were atrocious as a lawyer, weren't you? Giving your client away like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Ugh, he's disgusting. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? This is not a good situation to be in right now. What's with the accent that I just got? I don't know.
You'd better get On Guard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Uh-oh. Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt On Guard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. This is such a high-pressure situation. My client, Matt On Guard, is... This is so... what do we say? Maya would be so angry at us if we said he was not guilty. But Maya... Don't blame me, Maya. Don't blame me. I'm sorry. I can't let Maya die.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt On Guard, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt On Guard is... What? Yes! Yes! Franziska von Karma! Actually, his sentence right there is funny. Matt On Guard is Franziska von Karma! She came in just in time. She's the true hero. She's the MVP now.
What are you doing here? Ow!
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces, do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Avant Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
Aw, don't hate on Gumshoe's coat.
That's Gumshoe's.
I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Finally! Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now.
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict.
Oh, come on. You're going to ignore evidence?
I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
Don't be a douche, Judge.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here.
Excuse me.
If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court.
Why you gotta be such a douche sometimes, Judge?
Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Question for more details. More details are not needed? I don't think that matters. I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. I think that's the pistol he used to shoot Franziska, by the way. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Yeah, I want more details for this one. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly the killer is no ordinary man. Okay, good job, officers. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. I don't think that's important. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? I don't think that's important because clearly that's what he was wearing. I don't think this is going to help us much at all. Thank you very much, Miss Von Karma. I think that's enough. Bellboy's uniform? Okay, we don't need that. That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor? I mean, we haven't even seen the tape and you're gonna be a douche about it?
I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is who is the client.
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that.
You don't know that! Oh, F you!
Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix! I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But, no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first. Make Enguarde wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Enguarde himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Enguarde. If the killer were to no longer think of Enguarde as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? Huh? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Of course she does. Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there are people who have not seen them all, and those people do not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I don't think so. Ha!
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
Shut up, Judge. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Oh, Then you want to show the evidence to that person.
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
Oh, one chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember. Everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking Enguarde down at the same time. Okay, let's do this.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time.
Okay, guys. This is the point where I'm going to save the game. But we will continue this episode. However, this is when we have two paths. Not just the two paths that Mia mentioned, but actually this is when we can either get the good ending of the game or the bad ending, which is pretty fascinating because I don't think any other Phoenix Wright game has this option. But I want us to be able to see the bad ending first. So at this point, I am going to do the bad ending. Alright, let's do this. I mean, this is what you always want, isn't it, Smooth? You always want me to get the bad ending.
Who would you like to show evidence to?
Now, at this point, there's one person we should show it to, but we're gonna say the wrong person. So let's just pick Adrian, shall we?
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
Why don't we show them something like the pistol? Why not?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this.
How about you, Miss Van Karma?
Well, I was just shot, so...
I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue.
What?
No one understands what you are talking about anymore.
This ending. Wait, please, one more chance.
That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Matt Enguarde,
Not guilty. Woo, confetti in the courtroom? I mean, this should be the good ending.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh snap, yo. And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. So dramatic. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. Sad ending. I mean, a lot of it doesn't make any sense to me. There we go. It doesn't make sense that just because we got a not guilty and we saved Maya's life and yet he never saw her again. It's just everything just sounds so weird. But yeah, that's their idea of a bad ending. So basically, that was it. So let's continue from the save point. And we'll do it right this time.
Who would you like to show evidence to?
Now, at this point, we have to show it to the one man who hasn't been able to, wrong one. Who hasn't been able to be a part of this trial, so he doesn't really know what's going on. So we're gonna show it to the killer himself.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
The one thing he needs to see is the tape. It's kind of weird because we took the tape from him, but it's important.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. But how can we show it to him if he's on a transceiver? That's what I don't understand.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Alright, it looks like they got a hold of him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence?
Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
Ah, I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea.
Wow, he is something else using the killer like that. Actually, you are on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
Ugh. That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Thank you, Edgeworth. Thank you. I love the judge, but he pisses me off in this case. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you. Isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There is only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his, I'm sure he did, but really, they wanted blackmail on you. He said it himself. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins.
Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. You should be thanking us, sir. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer?
Oh,
There we go again. Oh, he's angry.
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness.
Yes.
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target.
Ooh, looks like we not only managed to pull off one of what Mia said, but maybe both.
For the honor of the Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Ooh, he's angry. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
my contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item.
Maya. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, man, that was such a struggle.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Wah!
Thank you, Miss Von Karma.
Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Not so confident now, are you? Mr. On Guard. It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Uh-oh. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video.
Help me.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Let's say not guilty and get him killed. Keep our not guilty record intact, right? No, I'm just kidding. Let's plead guilty and have him squirm. Matt On Guard.
Ugh.
Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me, my wonderful self, guilty.
Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore.
No! Guilty, 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 guilty! Oh my god. Oh god, it's always so gruesome. Yeah, he just covered the hell out of his face. He destroyed it. Oh my god.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Exactly. Judge, you were a pain in my ass this whole trial.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now.
He deserves it.
Very good.
Even the judge is like, better him than me.
That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. This trial was the first time I had stood on the witness stand, and when I did, I really felt hopeless.
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal, man. But he did what he had to do. All about her illness. Yeah, that was pretty savage.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself and who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved.
Aww.
Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've ever felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
Aww.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Woo! We did it, guys. We got the bad guy convicted. Okay, March 23rd, 5:14 p.m.
You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. This is when I chose not guilty just to be a troll. Can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client is...
Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Well, I was trying to save Maya's life, so I said not guilty.
Right.
Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Oh, she's suddenly back to Pearl. That was quick.
Really?
Pearls?
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in the patrol car.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
How? She punches deceptively hard for a kid. She's such a violent little thing.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
You saved the day.
About earlier, thanks.
Ow!
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
Of course. I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth, for my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts,
Ah,
I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. Look at that pose. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. Look at that face. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch, but we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth.
Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense lawyers exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed.
The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay.
Nick!
Aww. Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Aww. That's so sweet. They look so happy.
Yay! Oh, Nick! I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
He helped to save her. Oh, poor thing. She's so hungry.
All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger and a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist. Alright. So, how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
So cute. Went back over there just to have food. That's gonna be expensive as hell. Aw, Gumshoe! I forgot he actually looked injured and without his trench coat.
Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Gumshoe, are you alright?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him?
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Lotta.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai.
Hey, Will.
Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Right too hard? If you don't stop being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Looks the same as the other one.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
Aw.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective.
Me? You really think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things total, sir.
Really?
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item?
Aw, come on, y'all. It's over.
But woo boy, I tell you, you should really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Miss Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Oh, well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Ah. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Uh-oh. What the? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up.
That's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you excuse me... Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. I don't remember what I'm supposed to present here. The bear, maybe? He helped a lot with the bear. The whip? How about the whip? You take the whip, sir, please. I don't really want it. I don't know. I think the whip, because it just makes sense to give it back to him. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Yeah, right, Edgeworth.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth is alive, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya?
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right?
Oh my god, Pearl, please.
You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
Can't we all just chip in?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
You can't afford this.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Oh my god, Gumshoe. Edgeworth, come back. I'll pay for this. Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It'd be better anyway. It'd better be anyhow for $3,000.
Huh?
Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Oh my god, Lotta.
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Oh my god, Lotta, you bitch. What the fuck? Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then. If you say so. Let's do this. Objection!
Objection? Why is it not working?
There it is. Objection!
Love this game.
Took me forever, guys, but I'm finally done.
Oh, you really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Maya, please, stop. No more. Nice music.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
What the hell? When did you have time for that, you little miscreant? Cancel those reservations, please.
Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal.
He wouldn't be the same if he was just Mr. Gumshoe. No. He has to be detective.
Oh, Maggie.
I forgot what voice I did for you.
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on, and bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Maggie.
I feel like it's been forever since I started this LP. Always takes so long. Oh no.
Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hardy. Recently. Yes. That girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much of an eye on her, she would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
I know you liked it, didn't you? You frickin' pervert. Oh, it's Max!
It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, and to let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a flight to...
Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes.
Oh, thank God. Please don't have Mo. I don't want to see Mo. No. No Mo. Mo. Oh no.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls represent.
We've got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this thing off. Get on with it.
Oh my god. I haven't done these voices in forever, so I forgot. I think I had Pharaoh helping with me with Mo, didn't I? Huh?
What's this? Drat, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Boo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty.
And oh my god, something about feel the burn. Feel the burn. Playing with fire is dangerous. Oh my god. This woman. Wendy, please. Miss Elbeck. It always goes by so fast, the actual text in this part.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
I guess Von Karma's gonna try to make amends with her after what she put her through. Really. She better.
Oh, it has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with loyalty.
Oh, okay. Bye, the killer. I still like him, even though he's, like, bad, but the killer is an interesting fellow. Oh, there's more? My god, this video's already approaching an hour. International Departures, Gate 12.
Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here?
With this.
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his.
Why are you still carrying it?
I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things total.
4 items?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. This case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
Ooh, different music.
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Franziska.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that.
Aww.
But I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that,
Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you.
Are you sure about that?
And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you've left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can, just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
Aww, look at her. She looks so cute. Don't say that, Edgeworth. You're breaking her heart.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, she's so cute. I think we'll see her again.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
What is it? Aw, it's Maya's drawing. It's so cool how she took the seashell and did that. Cute. I like this ending. Oh man, thank you, Capcom. Woo! I have a love-hate relationship with you guys. That is it for this case, and that is it for this game. Thank you guys so very much. Let me see. No. If I got a new game, I just want to see the pictures that they have. Turnabout Big Top is her, and then it's Edgeworth. Well, my Turnabout. Alright, so again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this LP. I'm so happy it's done. And stay tuned because I have some new LPs coming up soon. But right now my focus is going to be on Doki Doki Literature Club, okay? Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.